Just a second.
Out from the marsh, from the foot of misty hills and bogs, Grendel came. He moved quickly through the cloudy night, sliding silently toward that gold-shining hall. Never before nor after that night did he find Herod defended so firmly or his reception so harsh. He journeyed straight to the door, then snapped it open, towards iron fasteners with a touch, and rushed angrily over the threshold. He strode quickly across the inlaid floor, snarling and fierce. His eyes gleamed in the darkness. Then he stopped, seeing the hall crowd of sleeping warriors, and his heart laughed. He relished the sight, intending to tear the life from those bodies by morning. But that night, fate intended Grendel to gnaw the broken bones of his last human supper. Human eyes were watching his evil steps. Grendel snatched the first gate he came to, ripped him apart, cut his body into bits with his powerful jaws, drank the blood from his veins, and bolted him down hands and feet. Then he stepped to another still body, clutched at Beowulf with his claws, grasped at the strong-hearted, wakeful sleeper, and was instantly seized himself, claws bent back as Beowulf leaned upon one arm. Grendel knew at once that nowhere on earth had he met a man whose hands were harder. Grendel's one thought was to run for Beowulf, flee back to his marsh. But Beowulf remembered his final boast of the Danes, and standing erect, stopped the monster's fight, fastened those claws in his fist till they cracked, clutched Grendel closer. The infamous killer fought for his freedom, desiring nothing but escape. The high hall rang, and its roof boards swayed, and Danes shook with terror. Down the aisles the battle swept, angry and wild. Herod trembled. Its benches rattled, fell to the floor, gold-covering boards grated, and Grendel and Beowulf battled across them. Suddenly the sounds changed. The Danes stared in new terror, cowering in their beds as the terrible screams of the Almighty's enemy rang in the darkness. All of Beowulf's band had jumped from their beds, ancestral swords raised and ready, determined to protect their prince if they could. Their courage was great, but all wasted. They could hack at Grendel from every side, but their points would not hurt him. That sin-stained demon had bewitched all men's weapons, blade spells that blunted every mortal man's blade. Grendel saw that his strength was deserting him. With his claws caught and bound fast in the hero's strong hand, he twisted in pain, and the bleeding sinews deep in his shoulders snapped. Muscle and bone split and broke. The battle was over. Beowulf had been granted new glory. Grendel escaped, but wounded as he was, could flee to his den only to die, to wait for the end. And after that bloody combat, the Danes laughed with delight. Beowulf, a prince of the Geats, had killed Grendel. No Dane doubted the victory, for the proof, hanging high from the rafters where Beowulf had hung it, was the monster's arm, claw and shoulder and all.